Hello guys, so welcome to the stream again. This is my second stream actually. Yeah, I'm just gonna speak about. I've been working on some Neovim plugin. I was working that the other day. The plugin is in the code typer. It's actually in my GitHub. If I go to my GitHub, that is here, and is the second one, so I will choose that one. See, basically I'm working on this one. I've been just using Cloud and Cursor to set up multiple stuff here in this plugin, but now I need to solve by myself because I've been facing some issues, like for example, if I have a temporary JavaScript file, for example, is so what I'm gonna do here is call that one. So the code typer is basically adding a prompt inside the file without going anything. I will explain it further how that works on my mind. But if I start, I don't know, create a function that return how's it, Fibonacci with recursive, this function has to be like two functions and be initialized in the same file. So by doing this, what I'm expecting is like one thing is like calling the Copilot. Right now I'm just working with Copilot because that's the cheapest I can pay for now. It's like a $10 per month. It's not that big deal. So, and actually every single month I have like these big models like Opus 4.6 and Sonnet 0.46, it's not a big deal in Copilot. So I'm calling directly the APIs to inside github.com. And basically what I want to try is calling the model, whatever model is, set it up. After enter in the prompt itself gonna either check if I select a function already. If I don't select the function, if I add in a new function in the file, because I want basically one of these three things. Like if I select a function, I need to refactor that function or convert it into something else. But also I want to create a new function at the end of the file or in the middle of the file, and whatever. But I want to be able to do other imports. For example, let's say like I need to import a function from utils or from a handler, like is calculating something. Then I need to import it inside, but I don't have that import already, and I'm too lazy to just code it by myself, like a typing nowadays. I'm very lazy on that, so doesn't matter. So by doing that, I want to the code typer inject it for me, but I want to maintain the logic. It's on my side, because otherwise I'm gonna lose all the logic, and I'm gonna lose all the thread that I've been working on. So, but now I'm getting at this issue. So if you see here in the top, oh shit. You know what? I'm very new on this streaming. You know why? Because I have this. I've been getting all this explanation by nothing, like without showing anything. So, but yeah, basically, let me put myself in the corner downstairs, and I need to explain again, basically, because I didn't share the correct screen. I was just sharing my face this entire time. Oh man. So what just happened is like I actually created a prompt and then I didn't inject anything. I got an error. I need to fix that. Then create a Fibonacci function and make it recursive and call it in this file. So by doing this, all the explanation I just said before is like yes, I'm calling the Copilot. That already is working fine. But when I need to inject, I'm getting this error that I cannot convert. Given the Lua type, I cannot convert the Lua type. So I need to check what is that happen in the plugin. So basically, I'm gonna try to do that. So let's see how it works. But before doing that, I also share the repository that is here. It's in my GitHub. It's in codetyper.neovim. Basically, this is an AI-powered coding partner from Neovim. The intention of this one is like imagine that you have all these projects, right? That are here, and then you have all this structure and all this architecture here, and then you want to just make sure that the init Lua, you want to add one more free model here as a true, but you are very lazy that you don't want to do this and then add a full model. You just don't want to do that. Instead, what you want to do is like just select this one, select all this block, then pass it to the coder and say add a full model as true in the free models. For some reason I'm too lazy to do that, but basically it's the intention, so Copilot has to think about. I'm sending the prompts to like, hey, this is the context, this is all the things that you have. But I'm getting a lot of issues here by injecting the whatever I have from Copilot. So I'm trying to fix that. Of course, I can also use open code. I'm using open code on that as well. I have open code here. I have other projects also that is kind of similar. So let me open it here. Oh no, here. Open inspect. Let me open this. So also I have another plugin. Actually, that's not a plugin. That's a CLI. That is this one, the Code Typer CLI. I'm not very good naming things, apparently. So Code Typer is like the CLI, like an open code cloud. Basically, what I'm trying to do with those is like instead of having open code, I want to get my own CLI, and this is the Code Typer already. That what you're seeing here is pretty cool, right? So I have the agent here. I have the full access. I can just change that, but I really don't remember how to change the agent mode. So this was with the tab. It's not working. I have other issues there. Then I have the models here, and I have I can save the session, the context, the ushers, so on. I can select the models. Again, this is one for Copilot only. I don't want to add any API key right now. And in the right, I have the usage. So right now, I'm done with the Copilot premium request. So I'm done with that. Doesn't matter for now. I have the context on this CLI. And then I'm also showing the modified files. I can just select things and then copy to the clipboard. I can start typing stuff here. I can just select the agent, select the mode. Let me ask something. What is this project about? Oh, I need to check change the model because I don't have any requests. So I'm gonna use this one, and then I'm gonna just select this one here, copy, and then paste it here, and then I just ask, what is this project about? Because I don't want this project. I don't know this project, right? So I'm also checking the path. I need to give permission just for this one, for the session, for the project globally, or deny, like I don't run this command. So for now I will select the grid for this session. Doesn't matter. So it's actually calling the Copilot models. In this case, I'm using the GPT-5 mini. I just change it. The provider is GitHub Copilot. I've been using the 30% of the context because the model is like this one. Actually, this is other issue that I have because I'm pretty sure that I'm using the 128K tokens for everything. But yeah, so what is this project about? Then the Code Typer created a plan. I don't know why he created a plan, but I need to. That's a big project that I don't want to touch right now. So as you see, I have issues here too because he didn't answer me right. But yeah, that's other project. So, but it's pretty cool. Like how it's been shown. So I have the Serum premium request. I can open the session. Again, resume the session with resume session again. And then I can see which GPT I've been using and so on. But for now, I will just open code. So if I don't understand something or I want to solve something, but yeah, basically this tool, I'm gonna work on this in this live and the next lives about Code Typer CLI. But I created a cool icon. Anyway. let's continue. And also, first, I want to just comment about this. On April 24, we'll start using GitHub Copilot interaction data. Man, again, for AI model training, unless you go to the settings and just request opt out. I did already. Just I went to my GitHub account settings already. I have the review, the updates on the GitHub here. They are saying updates to GitHub Copilot interaction data. Let me just pause the music a little bit because I want to just read this one straightforward. So there is some updates in GitHub Copilot in the interaction data usage policy. From this was from March 25, 2026. Just basically Copilot or GitHub is saying like they're gonna use the public. Let's see if it is public. I think it's only public repositories to train the AI models. This is because they are aiming to get better answers. That I've been using Copilot at work. It's pretty cool sometimes. I don't see the issues until it has to be in something specific. Doesn't have the business model, the business model. The business logic in what you are working on, especially if you have a really big project on. And I try to introduce instructions for Copilot, but Copilot said in the documentation that they just read the first 4,000 characters of the GitHub Copilot instructions. So for sure there is projects that are huge and they need to more than 4,000 characters to inject all the business logic, right? So sometimes it's like bro, I need to do this one because I have this change, this bug that is like a edge case, and I need to do it in this way. And Copilot like no, bro, but you have to do it in this way because that's gonna be blah 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 blah. Just BS about Copilot. But yeah, so they're saying that they are using real world data. That's gonna be equals to smarter models. They say our initial models were built using a mix of publicly available data and handcrafted code samples. This past year, we've started incorporating interaction data from Microsoft employees and have seen meaningful improvements, including increased acceptance rates in multiple languages. Because basically, what they did last year and this year is like they push the companies to use Copilot with basically the companies they did the business between each other, and the financial department is pushing to use it because basically they buy something for us, for the developers, to get better results. They are not seeing those results as they expected. For sure there is some improvements, but not as they expected. I want to think, but yeah, basically they push to use it. It's not like oh, I don't want to use it, I want to code by myself, I want to get the logic by myself. It's not like what you doing, bro? You have a AI model, just type it on, and then you're gonna get all the information from the Copilot. That's dumb, bro. But anyway, so the improvements we've seen by incorporating Microsoft interaction data indicate we can improve model performance for a more diverse range of use cases by training on real world interaction data. And they continue. Outputs accepted or modified by you, inputs sent to GitHub Copilot, including code snippets shown to the model. So basically, they gonna save everything. Even for my plugin that I'm using it because I'm using the API from Copilot, but it's because it's convenient for me, not because I like it. Because I never liked Copilot. Their suggestions were like not good when we just have suggestions on the autocompletes. But yeah, basically is how it works right now. And they say like this program does not use interaction data from Copilot Business, Copilot Enterprise, or enterprise owned repository. Basically, if you're a company, you are safe. But if you are a normal user, yeah, it's gonna Copilot. GitHub is gonna be free for you with our servers, with Microsoft servers, but you need to pay with data, as always, right? Every single time when something is free is because you are paying with your data or something. Interaction data from users who opt out of the model training in their Copilot settings. I already did this because I don't want to get my data trained on AI models. Because imagine that I have something on my side projects that I just mess it up, and then I include something that I don't want to share with someone, right? Then I don't want to get the AI models trained with that data from my side. So that's why I turn it off on my settings. So content from you, your issues, discussion, or private repositories at rest. So basically, mm, I think we're gonna start seeing more and more repositories in private mode. I've been seeing now that some repositories are ban are banning all these PRs from OpenClaw or with any agent. Um, Sometimes it's cool to do that, but like spamming the repositories with all that because I can now use it is like not good. Yeah, basically they say that the data used in this program may be shared with GitHub affiliates. So basically, if you have a repository in public mode and you didn't sign out of sharing your data, any company gonna be able to use any of your repositories as any company in the big tech. So I mean, when it's the same when you are submitting pictures in Instagram, those are not your pictures, so it's gonna be the same. It's your code until you submit it in GitHub. That's it. We believe the future of AI assisted development depends on real world interaction data from developers like you. Thank you, Microsoft. So, yeah, just with all that, I already have my own lab here. Actually, I can show you guys very quick. Yeah, let me. Okay, this IP is private, so doesn't matter if you go in or not. But basically, this is my repo. I have all my stuff here, so I can list everything here. But I have some pre's running. I have a GTA that is running over there. That is this application over here. Then I have Postgres also for some operations I'm doing. I have Nextcloud because I have a I'm just using it to say store my data there, like my pictures and everything, instead of paying Apple or Google Photos. I'm just using that. So yeah, basically this is my GitHub or my Git in my server. It's cargdev.io. So I have all my repositories here. It's in my server. So for now, I will continue just getting a mirror from what I have on my GitHub. But yeah, as soon as I can integrate all my stuff inside my server, I will start using it, especially for the private repositories that I don't want to share with anyone. So, but because yeah, they say it in the blog that they're gonna stop using the private repository that you have in GitHub, but I'm not sure on that. I'm not 100% sure about that. So yeah, that's it. I don't know. Let me check. Yeah, I have two people connected in my life, so I'm being famous. Wow. So yeah, basically, I'm gonna start to just coding. I don't know if you want to speak something about how all these crazy things in the world are being happening. I don't know if you have comments on that. But yeah, basically, let me close all this one, and let me close this post, and this one too. And I need to understand this REST API basically, because I'm calling the APIs here in the not here one. Let me go out of that one. Let me ask open code, which is the file I'm calling the API GitHub. In the meantime, I'm gonna just check this one. About the REST API, you can use GitHub's API to build scripts and applications that automate processes, integrate with GitHub and extend GitHub. Okay. Each REST API endpoint is documented individually, and the endpoints are categorized by resources. Okay. If you are new to REST API, you may find it helpful to refer to Quick Start on getting started. Okay, let's go to the getting started page. Actually, I'm gonna open it in the split view. The split view nowadays is good for me because I can see the both pictures, one in my left, because I'm from of the monitor. In my left, I have this page that is what I want to follow, and then I have in my right side the new page I just opened. I can go back and forth if I want to. So getting started with the REST API, learn how to use it, blah blah blah, HTTP methods, path headers, blah blah blah. Where possible, the GitHub REST API strives to use an appropriate HTTP method for each action. Okay. They explain how the headers and HTTP is using. So I don't want all this information. I want to know about how I'm calling the API. So what OpenCode says. The code that calls GitHub Code APIs is this one, Copilot Lua. I'm pretty sure like is yeah, there you go. It's a token, API GitHub token. Where can I get the token from? Where I'm getting the token here? Okay, I have the auth URL. I'm gonna search for this one, and I have a CDM command that is basically I'm doing a curl with a flag S, flag X. There is a get flag H to add the authorization token, then application JSON, and the CMD I'm adding in the job star. I'm adding a buffer here. Then I have a function here that is returning the data. Basically, this function here is getting all these are like events I have in this job start, basically. So this one is a event, std out, std error, and exit. So basically an exit is when I just close the event. This one is to retrieve all the errors and so on. This one is there to establish the connection and open the port, like all that. Then I have the response text. That is a table. I'm gonna concatenate a data here. Then I'm gonna get the token. And the okay, if not okay, means like it's an error in the API or something. I'm gonna just say like it was failed to parse the token response. Then if token error, token refresh fail, so all this is just when I'm calling that state github token, and then I'm scheduling with a callback. Then again I'm doing on stdr. This is the error. Yeah, but after that, what I'm doing, I don't know. So basically, I want to understand how the model is adding the prompts and how I'm using it depending on the models. And I need to retrieve information. Like for example, I have this coder cost, and I have the LLM cost estimation. Basically, I'm doing all time summary for this project because I want to save every interaction I've been doing with this project and how much time I've been spending with this project with request. So far, I'm been using it for 6 requests in total. Then I did paid API. Basically, I've been using Copilot only. That's why it's a paid API only. Local or free is Olama. So if I have a computer with Olama installed, so I'm aiming to also to use this one instead of a paid Copilot. But yeah, so the vision I have for this project is like I have to get this architecture so clean that when I'm calling or when I'm requesting something for the project, the plugin itself has to decide if it has to go with a local or with a paid API. That's just like a balancer between models. This is the total cost of the request. Then also the current session is been for 28 minutes. Basically is how much I've been using Neovim. Probably I need to change this because I don't want basically to see how long I've been using the Vim application itself. I want to know how long I've been using. I've been waiting for the Copilot to respond on my request, and then the cost by model and so on. Yeah, basically that one. API versions, breaking changes, using the REST API or authenticating. That part is good, I think. Actions, artifacts, cache, GitHub hosted runners. What is this called for? This is for organization. I don't think I will use it. This one. Let me search something here. Like, how's the API? And then Copilot. Copilot internal token, but this is for the auth URL. I want to know make a request. Okay, this is a function to make the request, and this is the endpoint. The endpoint is from the API. Okay, there you go. Is the githubcopilot.com, and it's chat completion. I don't know why I did it like this, but yeah, doesn't matter for now. So chat completions, chat completions. Responsible use GitHub Copilot chat in mobile chat. To call the chat competitions on GitHub. Okay, chat competition API, OpenAI web apps, chat tools. No, this one I don't want. This one. List of the public APIs. Auto AI, ML analytics, sport. This one has something about GitHub. Has GitHub workflows. Gist. Nope. I want to know how I'm gonna use the APIs, because if I understand how the APIs works, I'm gonna do basically one thing. Like there was here getting like okay, let's see what I have here. Transformer operations, basically on title 2. Welcome. Okay, yeah. Is the code typer and being to-do list. So this is a to-do list I was doing the last live. I was getting all these errors. I'm gonna basically just delete all this. I'm gonna create a separator here, and then understanding API. So why I need to understand the API? Well, because I need to retrieve the models and their cost, because right now I have that it was around here, the adapters, context diff, Lua, somewhere else was the I got the price for the cost. So if I want the cost from the model, I have to be able to get it instead of just hard code it on my site and get the actual cost. Because right now, if I go to coder and then I do model, see this one, so I have the 4.1 as a 0x, so this means like it's not free, it's just in the package of the auto when I'm using like an auto in Visual Studio Code. And then I'm using right now the 5 mini because it's free, but I have got code fast that is like a 0x. This is not true right now. I think this one is using 1x. Then I have Claude Haiku 4.5. I don't know if it is 0.3x, but all this is hard coded on my plugin that is actually a mess. So if I do GPT mini and then 0x or mini, see here is all the Copilot models. I have it already here. I have the default models that gonna be Claude, Sonnet, and DeepSeek. I have a Llama working on my computer, but it's not that good because I have a MacBook Air, 16 gigabytes, so it's not that good for running models. But yeah, all this cost is here. So I have a discount tire that, yeah, I don't know if it's still the same, but for example, I don't have the model like the Cloud Sonnet 4.6. I don't have it. I don't have it. So what is that model? I need to understand where can I get that model. And then the second thing that I want to do is like how to use the prompts, like difference. What is the difference? Difference between, let's say, between the chat tools, etc. How much context can I add in each model? Because if you saw the other project, the code typer CLI, I just have it like a hard coded, like 128k tokens, but it's hard coded. So yeah. I don't know what else I need to do. What else I have here? I have the codes, the credentials, the index project, that is all the stuff, transform selection, color tree, tree view. For now it's like that. So the goal for this one, for this project, is like you see here have recently I just changed it to CodeTyper instead of Coder, but basically I have the brain, I have deltas, I have inside the deltas I have the objects, and then I have indexes that I have typo there, and then I have the nodes, and I have the meta JSON. The meta JSON, I don't know you, but I don't understand this one. So I need to just refine a little bit what is the meta JSON, the settings JSONs. So the file, autosave delay, a second one, the editor tab size, the workbench color theme. I think that all those settings are coming from my actual settings in my settings in Vim. Then I have the tree of the project. So for example, this is a Obsidian vault that I'm using to store all my nodes that I have. These are all my nodes. I have all the files, and this is the structure that I have inside the project. So why I have the tree is because I want to know, I want to tell how is the architecture to the code typer. So regardless of if it is a new session or it's not a new session, what I want to do with the code typer is like okay, I want to do code typer inject this function inside the project, but if I need to import something, I need to get that ability with the code typer to be able to understand the project and say, okay, I need to, for example, this one, I need to just create a function here, like a full function, like is just returning something, is returning a string, but imagine that I have opened another file that is agents, right? And here at the end, I will have like a const, like a return foo, but I don't have it in this file imported. So I want to create the import or the prompt, like okay, I want to return the foo function in this file, but I want that the code typer itself will be like oh yeah, I see that you want to import this one, so return this one, but you need to the full function first, and then you will see like a from any place. So that's why I want to use it. That's one of my goals, like create like a context brain or memory on the code typer. Then I want to be able to inject the code if it is a new function, refactor functions, refactor the whole file, refactor the whole file as well. And also I want to explain the file or the project. So imagine that in this file that I code typer mv in to-do list, but I want to know what is this project about. I just have this file open. So if I ask Copilot inside the editor, I need to be able to understand the project and how this file in specific is related to other ones. So if I do one small change there, I want to understand how it's being impacted by other flows, or how it's being impacted when I have to do something else. So yeah, nothing of that is working at the end. So let's start to code. I think it's been an hour right now. So I started the live. Well, like 50 minutes, 46 minutes I've been talking here, because I started like 10 minutes late. Sorry for that. I was trying to eat something, so I'm gonna be on hold, and then I go back I'm gonna be on hold in 5 minutes. I'm gonna be back to be able to read all the stuff that I just put as a goal. Let's try to do it. See you. Hi, I'm here again. See if I'm able to do something. That's it. I like this view, but it's not maintainable for my computer right now. So that's it. First of all, what I'm gonna do is like I was creating a refactor the other day. Like these functions. See this one, I don't like these functions. It's an if. Then if the if is good, I have a for. Inside I have an if. Inside the if I have a for. And then inside the for I have another for. And then I have another if. And then I have another for. It's like bro, this is gonna kill my process. Because it's like a 3 fours inside 1 4. It's like a bro. You gotta be kidding me. So I have this one same here. So I don't have to think about all this, but I need to understand first the project, because as I mentioned, I did it all like a byte coded. Now I need to understand this one to be able to fix it faster. And as you see here, I'm asking for compile suggestion is asking for a variable here, but I'm never using that one. It's like a why I'm never using this one, bro. So I think the first thing that I'm gonna do is like a refactor completely, and I have all this in it that is returning many functions here. I have the get brains completions, then I have the commands here that I'm gonna use here. So first of all, what I'm gonna do is I already did like you see here, just migrating the logs, migrating log files, migrating this diff view. It's like a bro, I'm doing all this very bad, insane like a. So I'm just gonna commit everything here. Like this was about to add it was refactoring actually. I'm just gonna call everything like refactoring. I'm not gonna push. Then what I'm gonna do is like I'm pretty sure that I already did all this, because in the beginning it was less files. Then I will come later in these files. I have these credentials. See, for example, all this is insane. It's like a 575 lines of code. So this one is kind of the same. It's a little bit less. But for example, I have these defaults. But I have a defaults preference. What is this defaults doing here? I'm just adding in the deep copy, the defaults, and then that's it. I'm just doing the defaults. This for sure is a constant that I created the other day. I have all this configuration here. I have the constants here, like all the icons, all the top time, the cooldown time. I move all the providers here. It's a constant also. It's a defaults, by the way. It's a defaults, and I have the LLMs, the provider, the auto ignore, auto get ignore, auto index, indexer, blah blah blah. All this. For example, I don't know why. I was doing the refactor with also with open code because I wanted to do it faster, right? But I don't know what is happening with the AI sometimes. Like is like a bro. You are saying like this is a constant file. I don't want to just keep this as a constant file. Then I have a function. Why do I have a div function here? This is either a utils function or a handle function. Probably is more like a utils because I can use this one. I can ask here like what is the difference between a handler folder versus utils folder. How to define which function goes to where. Let's see what the compiler is saying. But for sure I need to put this out of this file because I want only the constant here. So I have the prices here. As I said, all this is like I wanted it from the API. I don't want to maintain this logic here. But for now is like how it is. So the cost. Also this function is like a free models. This is a free models that gonna I'm gonna barely just change this one. So this for sure is a free models. It's in the constants. So handlers versus utils. Handlers are architectures that implement a feature flow, validate inputs for services, mutate state, schedule UI or file system side effects, and return structured results. Example: Lua code typer core scheduler execute blah 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 with handle read file, utils small reachable mostly stateless helpers used across the code base. Okay, that function is a utils then. Quick decision checklist. Answer this question for a function. Does it call Vim API, schedule jobs, show UI or modify state files, then put it in handler? Okay, it's like the handler is handling something. Very interesting. Is it pure logic? This is our question. Stream parsing small match, format code, decode, or tiny wrapper around stable OS IO, put in utils. Okay, if it is tiny and just doing like a pure function, is utils. Thus it depends on any models or cause heavy side effects. Prefer a handler or feature model. Will it be reused across unrelated features? Prefer utils. Okay. Is it part of single features control flow and not meaningful standalone? Keep it in features handler file. Concrete placement, rules, handler folder wall when blah blah blah. Naming a structure, blah blah blah. Okay. With all that said, I'm gonna start with the core. And then I'm gonna start with like doing a models .lua here, and this is gonna be like a free model is gonna come in here. Okay, this model gonna be also the comparison model gonna be here. And then gonna be local, and then I'm gonna open the object, and then I'm gonna return M file. Then I just need to delete it from here. And what I'm using this one, M comparison model. Okay. What I'm gonna do is like require from this one is from the code typer, then constants because I have in constant, and then the models, and then I need to export the comparison, but I need to use the local comparison model, and then created this one, and there you go. And then all this goes away, and then I need to copy all this. I'm gonna use the local. Yep. Free models. Okay. Also, this one is go away. Where is the free model being used for? Okay, gonna be. It's only one place. Normalize. So this one also gonna be a local. I'm gonna be a free model. Not gonna be require code typer, and this one gonna be like a free models, and I need to set here. I'm gonna delete this one because I don't think gonna be used for now. This is a require, so I'm gonna use it here. Where was it? Also, this one is a require. For some reason, I have a function before all those local imports. Ghost history file, ghost history JSON. Okay, this is a constant for sure. I'm gonna be from defaults. And instead of doing here the cost, gonna be, let's copy this and then I will change only. Okay, I'm so super bad typing here, but yeah, let me do this. And this is coming from defaults, not from models. Imagine that this exists something like you just say, okay, I want to do this and I want to do that, and then boom, this is doing. I'm just joking, guys. At this point, I'm just joking. I can joke because I have no views. That's why I can joke about. Also, I want to move this one because I don't like there. I think that is not good there. And what this function is doing is getting the path, basically, and then adding the history path multiple times. But probably I can use it in the other places. So I'm gonna go to the utils folder, and then I'm gonna get history. I'm gonna create this file in Lua, and I'm gonna return this one. I'm gonna return the get history path. And then, oh, now I cannot use it here because it's a variable that doesn't require there, so that's good. See, as soon as I start doing the refactor here, it's like I'm just also generating less and less smaller files. That at the end is like what you want to do. It doesn't matter if I have a ton of files what I want to do at the end is like a get one small file and then just be able to debug that file because if I go to this file, for example, this is utils, and I'm seeing like the name is get history push. What do you think this file gonna be? Is of course gonna get the probably the name is bad because it's not push, it's path. But I can change that very quick. There you go. As soon as you see the file name, gonna be like hey, this is a get history path. What's supposed to do? Of course, they're getting the get history, where the history file coming from. So if I want to do this out, also I can do it, because I don't know if that is good or not. But if it's like I'm concatenated two hard-coded strings. So let me do that, change to in the defaults. I'm gonna just add this one here inside here. And it's like a boom. There you go. I just simplified the logic there. I don't have any hard-coded or magic strings. There you go. And then of course I need to get this from code typer dot utils dot get history path. Then the history path is just there, and we've been using it. So now if I change this function, for of course I'm gonna change this one. This is loading the from the history. I don't know what is doing this one exactly, but yeah, I need to move out. Did I just what happened with the coffee? I don't know. It was just jumping to my face. Okay, load from history. If I do the load from history, so let's see. Copilot is saying like characterization checklist. Does it call Vim? Vim API schedule jobs show you are modified style files? I don't think so. It's just loading from the history, this function. So it's checking if the state is loaded. If it is loaded, then it's returning. So this function is just in the beginning when everything is fresh, open, and then it's getting the history path. Then it's reading the file from the history path, and then it's getting the content. And if the content is not empty, then it's decoding the content, and then it's using the all usage, and then changing the state to true, because as soon as the plugin initialized, you don't want to every single time initialize load the history, because there is no more changes over there. So this one I think is a function in utils as well. So I just want to create a pure files, like pure functions here. I'm really purist nowadays, whatever that means. I need to return the load from history. I don't need to return the end here. Just load the history. I'm gonna do this load from history equals to load from history. And then I need to use it here. There you go. I have another function that is move out from this file, that is a cost, and it's just the initial. Also, I don't like the init.lua, because at the end I'm gonna get like every single file and or every single folder gonna be the init, and the init is just a wrapper that is exporting wherever the file is. I don't like that wrappers everywhere. It's like, why I need to do a wrapper when I have to just go straight forward and then call it directly. Save time is a new. This is like a const, and it's a configuration. Probably I will say like this is more like a default constant, so I'm gonna use a constant because basically I'm coding this by myself and I don't mind. And then I'm gonna require from code typer from constants and save timer. But this is now is a handler function that I can go to the handler. Oh, I don't have a handler folder. Let me create the first function in the handler, and it's gonna be save timer. And I'm gonna export all this straightforward as it is here, and then I need to return the save to disk. Then I need to import from save to disk, and this is gonna be require the code typer handler and then save timer. Why is it the utils? It's not in the utils though. Oh, I added in the utils actually. I don't want any utils, I want it in the inside the code typer. So now it's in the correct space. Okay, basically I'm just in this file and then calling it straightforward, and then save it to the disk directly. It's like bro, really? I just need to do the require and then initialize without doing any variable naming. It's okay. Let's start moving other function now. Okay. Normalize model name for pricing lookup. If it is normalizing the model, this is a handler function for sure. Okay, and then this one is gonna be here. This is gonna be export normalize. Oh no, it's not export, it's return, sorry. I'm confused in languages. Normalized. Okay, if no model is normalized, copilot, normalize, and pricing. But what is the pricing here? So I need to just also acquire this one, and I'm gonna be like a local here. Unless this pricing is actually changing over time, then I need to inject it as a other parameter in the function. But let's see. Then normalize price model. Where's the price model coming from? Okay, price model in the pricing, and again this one has to be like a pricing only that normalize the price model, blah blah blah. Then I'm returning them normalized. Okay, and then local gonna be local normalize model equals to require, and I'm gonna get in from handler function normalize model. Is free model. These are utils. Actually, this one is now what I'm saying is like a. It's more than a utils, but at the end it's gonna be everything like a util. You know what I'm saying? But let's see. Okay, this is gonna be just a straightforward here, like is free model.lua. Is free model, and then pricing again. The pricing again I need to import inside. Gonna be like a local here, and then wherever it is pricing, going to be like this one. But this one gonna be like a normalized pricing. Okay. Okay, this is good then. And I need to just local this free model dot require. And this is inside the core and then coast. Have a typo here. I need to add it here in is free. Equals to is free model. Okay, at this point I think I can use open code. Which file is this one? Init. Okay, for the init. See, that's the thing that I was saying like before. I have many inits, and most of them at the end gonna be like wrappers of the functions. What's the point of get a wrapper in the wrappers? This make no sense. So for the I'm doing the refactor for the files, so I need to create pure files and pure functions either on handle or utils or inside the core. What's gonna be the core cost? And do the imports in the cost init to all functions and review the ones I added. Before. Let's see with that plan. So then we have a conflict, the difference with the conflict, but I think this function is not even used anymore because now I don't use this div. So this one was before when I was accepting like because in the past this project was like I was doing this one and then the prompting here, prompt something here, and then closing, and then continue doing whatever I was doing here. But now I'm not using it, and see the logic is still there. So let's see what it's doing. Because the logic for the tags is automatically for this project. I don't know why, but yeah, that was the logic before the prompt, because the intention was like a typing and just embedding doing everything by myself. But now I'm prompting like in a window. yeah, basically that's gonna fail. Let's see. That's why I want to refactor this project, because there is some functions that are not working fine. There is logic that is dead logic now. So I'll split pure logic out the init Lua into small focus modules on their coast, and keep only Neovim UI code in init Lua, like key functions, pure Neovim state side effects, and making unit tests easy. High level changes: while create and wire up. Add Lua cost calc.lua pure cost calculator, calculate cost, calculate savings. Add a cost aggregate, pure aggregator, aggregate usage. Format.lua pure formatters, format cost, format tokens, format duration. Cost view.lua pure rendering helpers, generate models breakdown, stats, so on. That returns lines for model breakdown. Update init Lua requires something. Yeah. Why this is split? This is telling me what I'm gonna do. Example. Okay. Also, all the constant has to be on the constants file. If it is something for the default, or for the what they say, so for the default and for the I will just say like a plug in the constant, and let's see. Okay, let's see what is the difference for. Show the difference. File will be deleted. This function never work, because as soon as I was injecting the code, I was injecting the code, but it was already injected in the project. Generate the plan inside readme in this path. I would change to the cursor, because in cursor I can use the cloud, just because it's better model for this one. I want to just speed up. But instead just like saying, okay, Copilot do this and Cloud do this, I just want to make sure that this time works. Instead of doing that, I'm feeling like I more control this. I'm just experimenting how to use it, all the AI plus just avoid to use IDEs more than Vim or something. Let's see. It's not generating anything right now. I'm gonna just add it here. It's like a trick I just do for me. It's like I just add everything in the stash once I using the models, because sometimes I can just see what they did, if they are just hallucinating or something. I just need to go back and then delete whatever they did. Okay, they did that readme, but I wanted in this, not in that path. It's not in that path. Let's see what is the path. So see here, that's the thing with the AI. The path it was inside. the path was inside the project, but Copilot just said like, yeah, I don't want to use that path. I want to use it where the cost is. Now I need to move the whatever is the readme. I'm gonna move it here like a plan dot md. I'm just getting this thing. Okay, if I open that plan, say for example the purpose, this is the actual plan that the compiler said, yeah, this is the best thing that I'm gonna do. Like the purpose, more pure testable logic, that is good. Keep Neovim and let me close this one. Then new models to add, the calls calc, the aggregate, the format, the fix require, the wiring, init Lua, blah blah blah. Because I think there is only those functions that are missing here in the cost. Nothing here. So there is one function here. There is two functions, three functions, then four functions. There is more than four functions. I don't know why the plans say only these ones. So I'm gonna go with this, whatever this plan is. But see, all constant has to be there. The API changes, the migration steps, testing everything, unit test. I don't have unit tests here. I don't know why the model said like just do the testing and verification. The unit test for pure models by mocking normalized pricing and is free functions, manual smoke test. Yeah, bro, no, I don't want this one because I don't have testing right now, and honestly I don't know how to test yet Lua, so I won't do anything without knowing. Keep the UI in init Lua. The new models call Vim or reference the state directly. I will delete this one. I will delete the next actions. And let's see. Cursor is with cursor agent. I think so. Let's see if I still have cursor. Yeah, I have. So I was doing the migration on the init. And I wrote a plan to just end the migration, the refactoring. Let's see. It's using Opus 4.6, so it's better model. So I'm expecting better results with this. Let's try to understand the first function that I have here in the auto CMDS, because this one for me is like okay, you need to match functions or local functions or def or functions or async functions or public or private. It's like why I need to do all that logic. It's like if I need to do something else, like now public, and now I need to do like I don't know, def function. Why I need to just add line by line? So I need to refactor all this also to use the best approach here. Extract classes extract imports, and I don't know why I have all these functions all inside the auto index field. I don't know what happened here. I think I don't have. I'm just gonna copy this one. Well, I can use mod models. I don't know what happened with cursor agent, but it's not working. So I'm gonna just end by myself. Let's see. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna stop the live for now. I don't think I can do stream for more than for 2 hours. I'm gonna solve that. I don't know how to do it though, but yeah, my computer is very slow now, so I need to stop the live. And yeah, so basically, thanks for being streaming. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna just continue doing this project because I want to understand how this works better. Yep. Thank you for watching.